Okay children, so to find the focal length of a convex mirror using convex lens. Now as you know, convex mirror is a diverging mirror. It does not form real image, it forms virtual image. So we have to find its focal length using convex lens. So children, if you see this ray diagram, if my O is the object and say the rays will refract and my image will form at I. This is your normal lens as you know. Now if I place a mirror just behind the convex lens, okay, or I can say if I place a mirror between the object and the image, okay. Now I kept my mirror between object and the image. So what will happen? Now these refracted rays, like these refracted rays of the lens, now they will fall on the mirror. And we have to keep the mirror at such a position that my rays will reflect back along the same path and I find my image at I. This is only possible. The rays will reflect back or the rays will retrace its path only when the rays are falling normally on the mirror. And the rays will fall normally on the mirror only when this mirror is kept at the center of curvature. If the mirror is kept at the center of curvature, then the ray is falling normally on the mirror, and if the ray is falling normally on the mirror, that means my angle of incidence, angle of reflection will be 0 and the rays will retrace its path and my image will form exactly at the place where my object was. So children, by now since this mirror is kept at the center of curvature of this image, so this distance, right, so this distance between mirror and the image will give me the radius of curvature, and half of it gives me the focal length. So this is the theory behind this experiment. Again I am stressing, convex mirror is a diverging mirror. It forms virtual image. It cannot form image on its own. So we have to do this with the help of the convex lens. Okay, so students, in this class we have to find the focal length of a convex mirror using convex lens. So what is the first step? We have to find the focal length of the convex lens. So how will we find the focal length of a convex lens, rough focal length? We will focus some far off object, and so see that I am focusing the window pane and this is the position where I get the clear image, right? So the screen will be my focus and the distance between the optical center and the focus will give me the focal length. So what is this distance? My lens optical center is at 50 and the focus is at 40. So that means this distance 50 minus 40, that is my rough focal length of the convex lens. So my rough focal length of the convex lens is 10 centimeter. Okay, so our rough focal length of the convex lens is, that is 50 minus 40, that is my 10 centimeter. Okay, now see children, now we have to set up the setup like this. So in one clamp stand we'll put the convex lens and then the second is my convex mirror. So children, since convex mirror is a diverging mirror, I can't find its focal length as it is like only with a convex mirror. I have to use convex lens to find the focal length. So my procedure is like you will place your convex mirror and convex lens. Say I place my convex mirror at 50 centimeter and my convex mirror at 60 centimeter. The distance between them is 10 centimeter. And now this is my needle. This is my needle and now I have to remove the parallax. So as you can see in the mirror, so how you see just focus it in the, see, so that the two needles should be separated. Just focus like that. So as you can see that the two needles are separated. So simple procedure for finding the parallax is, so as you can see the two needles are separated. So what is the simple procedure to remove the parallax? What will I do? In the center first I will coincide them just moving up and down and by moving sideways. Now if they are in the sideways, the separation is more, so I'm just moving it sideways and I have coincided in the center, right? Just see, just focus. In the previous clip they were separated, so I moved it sideways and now they are coinciding in the center. Now they are a little bit overlapping, so I will change the height. I will change the height and I just see. Now you see how they will look in the center. Are they coinciding? Right? So I have just coincided the tips in the center by moving the needle up and down and by moving this sideways screws, using this sideways screws. Now I will focus my eye in the side of the lens. Now see, you focus your lens, focus it towards the end of the lens. They are separated. Okay. So now I will just move it forward and backward such that they coincide. Now see, they are separated. I'm just moving it towards the lens so that they coincide. Okay, if the gap is increasing, then we'll move in the opposite direction. So I've coincided in this corner. Now I'm moving this eye across the another end of the lens. Again they are separated. So I'm just moving it. Now again I'm going back to the previous one. So they are moving together. They are overlapping. So I'm just removing this. And I'm moving the sideways screw so that they should coincide in the center. And now if you move your eye, again there's a slight parallax, so I'll move it back forward and backward till they move together. So now you can see they are moving together. That means my parallax is removed. So you can just show them. Harsh, are they moving together from one end of the other side of the lens? They are moving together, so you have to move your eye like this till they will move together. That means my parallax is removed. Now what I have to do, I have to note the position. So what is my position of the lens? Position of the lens is at 50. The mirror is at 60 and the objective. Okay, so this is my objective. So this is at 35.2. Okay, so my objective is at 35.2. Now what we have to do, now I have to remove this mirror. Okay, after noting the positions, I will remove this mirror and I will place another clamp, right? This is my another clamp and I'll place needle in it, right? And again, as you know, that is an important precaution that the center of the needle should coincide with the optical center. Adjust the height such that the centers should coincide like this. Okay, now children, now I have to keep the lens fixed and the object fixed, and I have to remove the parallax as we did in the convex lens, right children? Now we have to be careful in this experiment is that we will remove parallax from this side. We will not remove parallax from the other side as we did in the convex lens. So now see children, I am just giving you the rough idea. This is at 50 and this is at 35. See, my focal length was 10. So my 2f is 20. So 20 means, that means it should be at 30. 30 minus 50 should be 2f. Right. Now my object is at 35. That means this is kept between f and 2f. And you know that this is a tip, important tip. So as the object is placed between f and 2f, my object should be beyond 2f. So see children, I will just roughly, I'll do that 50, 60, 60, 50, 60 and this is my 70. That means now I'll keep my needle beyond 2f. Okay, and I have to remove the parallax. So I am giving you the answer already. So you have to try, you have to remove the distance, you have to move the needle such that it will go beyond 2f. That means it should move beyond 70 centimeter. Now I will repeat the same thing. Now first, can you focus the needles? Just see, just focus the needles, how they are looking. They are not coinciding in the center, right? So again, what is my step? That means I will just move it sideways, right? I will move sideways such that my both the needles coincide. This is the first step, and they are overlapping. So as they are overlapping, I will just move it little down, okay, like this. Now what will I do? Now I have to move my eye, and as I move my eye, you can see that, just hush, you can show them. So as I am moving my eye, just move it across the lens. So as you move it across the lens, you can see that the gap is there. As I am moving towards the edges, my gap is there. So now what I have to do, I have to move that by looking from this side. Okay, so I'll move here, I'll move like I'm moving, looking at this corner, my left hand side of the corner, and I have to move this needle. Okay, so I'll just say I'm moving it away, right? Now in this corner, they are meeting. Just show hush. On this corner, I have removed the parallax. Have they coincided? Towards the left, you can see they are coincided. Now let me focus towards the right. They are separated. Okay. So now again, I'll move that so that they coincide. Right. Now. This is, you have to little bit struggle in this experiment, and can use this, the fine adjustment also. And now see, I think my parallax is removed. Just see this. Okay, hush, just show them. Are they moving together?
Sure.
Yes? Okay. So you have to do like this. Simple. In the center, children, you just move it up and down or make the sideways screw, and towards the corner we have to move the needle. So again, I am insisting my position of the object and lens is fixed. You have to move the other side, other needle. And now if you see its position, this position is at 75, 76, 77, 78, 78.5. Okay, so my image is at 78.5. and now what is my radius of curvature? The radius of curvature is the distance between mirror and the image. Okay, so my mirror is 60 and this is 78.5. that means this distance will be equal to 18.5 and half of 18.5. That means it will be 9.25. So I'll just take it as 9.3. So that means 9.3 is the focal length of the convex mirror. Okay, children. So again I am repeating. What you will do, you have to place the convex mirror. Now for the next observation I am explaining. Now in the next observation, what you have to do, you have to change the distance between the lens and the mirror. Say my lens distance was earlier 10. Let me make it 12. That means I will keep this at 62. So this is 60, this is 61 and this is 62. Okay. So make this 62, right? Change the distance between the lens and the mirror, say make it 62, then for the next 64 and repeat the same observations. What? That is, first you will place mirror and the needle, mirror and the lens, and remove parallax with a single needle. After removing the parallax, we will note the position of the object, lens and the mirror, and then we will remove the mirror after noting the position, children, that is important, and then you place the another needle, right, and then remove the parallax. And what is the important tip I gave you? This needle is between the object and this needle is between f and 2f of the convex lens. So this needle has to be kept beyond 2f while removing the parallax. So by noting the positions, you will find the MI, that is the distance between the mirror and the image. This is mirror, this is the image. That will give you radius of curvature, and half of it give us the half of it give us the focal length. So this is how you have to do the experiment, and you have to just take the 3 observations by changing the distance between lens and the mirror.